Hello, my name is Chelsea Mahala, and this is going to be a Flexy Flow routine. It's going to be an all full body stretch, and I have my 2 stretching partners. So my plan is to have this be a really ooey gooey feeling. I want it to be 30 minutes long. I want it to be a feel good routine or stretch session so that you can do it at any time that you would like. Please comment below if you want shorter times, if you want to focus on anything specific. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing these more regularly. I'm super excited for where this channel is going to go. I'm focusing on flexibility, strength within flexibility, and then using that flexibility in aerial hammock. So if you have any questions, please comment below. This is for you. I want you to feel valued. Yeah, so let's get started. Alright, so starting off, I just want you to move your body, get that warmed up so we can do hip circles, going around to about 5 to one side, and then we're going to switch directions. Words are hard. You're going to learn that I trip over words all the time. And now those hips are going, I want you to do arm circles backwards. If this is too much for your shoulders, go ahead and bend your arms. Put less weight on those shoulders. 5 in one direction, we're going to do 5 backwards, or the opposite direction. Beautiful. Wiggle it. Just find that ooey gooey sensation, like you're nice and loose, moving through quicksand or caramel, whatever you want. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do snake squats. That's my name for it now. So what you're going to do is you're going to tuck your chin and you're going to stay as close to your body as possible. And then you're going to get to that bottom. You're going to arch that back, blossom that booty, and come all the way up. I guess that's not really a squat. We need to bend our legs now with it and opposite up. This is to get that spine moving. We're going to do this about 5 times as well. Number 3. Oh, bend those legs as much as you need. Oh. So as you come down, you're going to bend. As you get to that bottom, straighten that legs. You're going to get a little hamstring stretch. Arch that back up. Beautiful. We're going to reach high for the sky, as high as possible. Really extending through that torso. And then we're just going to let it drop. Find that rebound here and come all the way up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Find that rebound down and up. I love the weightiness feeling of this. When you hit that bottom. Boop. Let's do 2 more. At the top, reach high, 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 high. And down. Beautiful. Good. Alright, we're going to reach from side to side. We're just going to do little reaches. Let that rib cage move as you reach. Slow it down. That's more for me than for you, but also find that slow movement. Okay, from here you're going to reach over, up. Let that other arm rest on that leg and reach to the side. You're going to get a nice stretch through this side. Hold it for a moment. If you need to move through it, go ahead and twist a little bit, or you can just hold it. Beautiful. Come on up and rainbow to the other side. Go ahead and rotate if you need to. Find that nice stretch spot. If you need a little bit less, you can come up to the hip. You really need more, you can go down to your ankle. Beautiful. So I'm going to release that side by rotating my hips a little bit. Okay, from here I want you to clasp your hands, put them up above your head, and then keeping that core engaged, meaning sucking that belly button to your back, You're gonna do soft little circles. And this is just going to warm up those abdominal muscles, kind of engaging those, finding that stability. Do 2 more. Other way. It's okay if your hips move with it. Just really think about keeping that belly button stuck to your back. This is for protection of your back as well. Okay, release your arms, let them drop. Beautiful. We're gonna have our feet outside of our hip width and we're just gonna fold forward. Get that hamstring stretch. If you can't place your hands on the ground, 1 second. Yoga blocks are absolutely amazing. It brings the floor up to you so that you can keep that flat back rather than rounding over. So if you find yourself really rounding, I want you to put something up higher. Books work great as well. And find that arch of the back that's gonna lengthen that hamstring even more. Turn back this way. I'm losing my blocks. Okay, from here, I want you to push that hip to the side. Push to the other side. This is going to switch where that stretches in the body. So definitely listen to your body. If it's too much, pull back. It's definitely okay to do less. I don't want you to overdo it by doing more. Nice little switches. From here, you're going to bend one leg and allow that stretch to come into the inner part of the leg. Up, bend the other leg. This is also going to help strengthen your quads just a little bit because you are taking that weight. Up, other side. And do 1 more on each side. Last one. All right. What you're going to do is you're going to walk your hands to one side. You're going to grab that foot. If you are up higher, that's okay. You need a yoga block, that is okay. Just go ahead and grab that leg and sit here for a little bit. Breathe through it. By breathing, it relaxes your muscles, which allows you to get deeper stretch. Beautiful. From here, you're going to turn your toes towards the leg that you're holding. This is going to be your triangle pose, and it's going to help stretch through the inner hamstring for me. If you think about pulling your hip forward so that you are square, that will also get a deeper stretch. Okay, from here, you are going to bend your back leg, flex your front leg, and pull back. This is going to get a deeper stretch in the hamstring. Go ahead and straighten your leg and come onto that front, pointing that back toe. If you can lift it off, great. You just want weightlessness in the back. Bend back, flex front. Straighten both, point back, find that weightlessness. Beautiful. From here, you're going to push that back leg back into a deep runner stretch. Really think about pushing that hip to the floor. Beautiful. Let that back leg drop to the floor. Untuck those toes, so point them. We're going to stack our torso above our hips. Again, if you need yoga blocks to bring the floor to you, that will help get you in the right position. Positioning is key. If you are leaning more forward, you're going to miss that stretch in this hip flexor, which is super important. Right there. So really think about pushing that hip down, feeling that stretch through that hip flexor. From here, go ahead and place your hands on the floor. Straighten that front leg, flex that front leg. From here, you're gonna point and flex that front leg. This is just gonna rock you. It's gonna change the stretch a little bit. Kind of release it. It flosses through the nerves, which kind of helps your nervous system calm down. Like, it's okay, you are stretching, you're going past your limits for a little bit, but it's okay, you are in control. You're going to bend that front leg back into your lunge, see if you can go deeper, pushing that hip down. Back to your hamstring stretch, straighten that front leg. And from here, we're gonna window wipe your front leg. And so you're gonna touch big toe to the floor, your hip will move, that's okay. And then you're gonna do pinky toe to the floor. Do that nice and slow, feel that stretch move throughout the leg. If there's a spot that feels good, I want you to hold it. Got 5 more seconds here. Do what feels good. And moving back to your lunge. Pushing that hip to the floor again. From here, I want your opposite hand are going to work together. So opposite hands are on the floor forward, and then you're going to reach your opposite hand to pick up the leg in the back. This is a deep quad stretch. Whew. Really push that hip to the floor, pulling that leg in. Only do as much as you can. If it's too much, release and let go. It's okay. You're going to release and control it down. Beautiful. Back to hamstring. Okay, from here I want you to focus on getting as low as possible to that hamstring without rounding your back. I want your booty blossom, which is rotating up towards the ceiling. And I want that back arch as much as possible as you pull it down. Breathe, deep breaths. And slowly move towards the lunge for the last time. Stack your body on top. Now, do you want you to grab a yoga block? And what we're going to do is going to take same side as where your yoga block is. You're going to reach up high with the opposite arm. And I want you to get that side stretch. Hold this for a moment. Keep pushing that hip down. Deep breath. We're going to switch sides. Move the yoga block to the opposite side and the other side stretch. Coming up, you're going to place your hands on the floor. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate that back leg so that we get into the middle. Deep, wide stretch. This is going to get that groin area and inner leg. If you cannot put your heel on the floor, having it up is totally fine. Work with where you're at. You will progress. You will get better as you consistently do these stretches. From here, I want you to place your hands on the floor and move your hips to the other side. Get to the other deep stretch. We're going to do this one more time on each side just because it is the first time we're doing these deeps. Go ahead and switch. And then we're going to do everything else on the other side. If you can. You can do no hands, but that is intense. Go ahead and put your hands on the floor. Push yourself up to that wide leg hamstring stretch. And prepare for the other side. What you're gonna do is now walk to your other leg. Hold on to it, relax. Oh, big boy. All right, you're gonna rotate your feet towards that leg that you're holding on to. Get that triangle stretch. If you cannot touch the floor, you can hold on to your knee. You can hold on to your thigh. You can bring yoga blocks in. Whatever makes this stretch for you. Awesome, we're gonna bend that back leg, flex that front leg. Breathe through it. Straighten that back leg, put your weight in the front, find weightlessness in the back. Back, bending that back leg, flexing that front leg, keeping those inner thighs together. Look forward, find that weightlessness. Back, bending that back leg. Forward one more time, weightlessness. And then we're going to slide that back leg back to that deep runner stretch. Think about pushing that hip to the floor, keeping that back leg straight. You can have hands inside. You can frame your foot. Do not care. Hand positioning is not the most important. Finding that stretch that feels good is what's important. Beautiful. Drop that back leg, untuck those toes, stack on top of yourself. You can push off of the knees to hold yourself up. You can get yoga blocks to help hold yourself up. The key focus is keeping that torso over those hips. Straighten your front leg, bend that back, keeping those hips over that knee. Then to flex that front foot, and then point and flex. And 2 more. You go back to your lunge. Pushing that hip to the floor, feeling that hip flexor. If you also think about pulling this hip forward and the front one back, that's going to get that more square feeling to get that perfect square split. Absolutely beautiful. And back to the hamstring. You're going to window wipe your foot, so big toe to the floor, allow that hip to come out. And then pinky toe to the floor. If you find a spot that feels extra tight, feel free to hang out. Remember to breathe. Back to your lunge. Then take a yoga block, same side as front leg, opposite arm goes up and reach the side. Pushing that hip down, finding that stretch in the side. Come on up, switch sides of the block, other arm up to the side, hips down. Come on up. Beautiful. You're going to place both hands on the inside of your leg. Rotate that back leg and find your deep stretch. can, keep your hands off the floor. Come to the other side. If you need to use the floor, feel free. Do what feels good to you. This is your body. I can't feel what your body's doing. Can't even see you. I'm on a video. Other side. I really hope you could hear that. Other side. I want one more to each side. Switch. Move back. Thank you. Switch to the other side. Okay, from here you're going to let that butt come to the floor. You're going to keep the position that you're in. Your opposite hand is going to grab that bent leg, and you're going to lay down on the straight leg. And this is going to be a side stretch. If you can't get a hold of your legs, that's okay. Get as good of a stretch right through that side as possible. What I'm thinking about doing is pulling that bent knee out to get that twist in my body, turning my shoulder in front of my leg so I can go deeper in. I'm grabbing my straight foot and pulling as well. Go and release. Sound up. We're going to open up our legs to a straddle. Get into your deepest straddle that you can still move around. You want your deepest range of motion, but not that it's so challenging that you're stuck. From here, thanks, bud. Can you move? Come on, you gotta move. Move there. Good boy. Okay, you're gonna reach for your foot. Reach for your foot. One thing about your knees up. Your toes can be flexed. They can be pointed. Whatever feels better. Pointed helps practice keeping those legs nice and contracted. Beautiful. Okay, from here, I do want to do that side stretch first because I know I'm going to forget it. So we're going to bring that opposite leg in, find that seated, one straddle stretch, opposite hand grabs bent leg, and we're going to go over to the side. Pulling that bent leg out, pulling onto that straight foot, get that nice twist and stretch. Take a deep breath, relax. And release. Come back to your straddle. I like to lift my butt cheeks to make sure that my hip is rotated forward. When you have it tucked, it's a little bit, or you don't get as deep of a stretch. You really want to lift, rotate forward so that you're sitting more upright. From here, you're going to frame your leg, and then I want you to snake down. So you're gonna arch your back as close to your leg as possible. And once your head touches your leg or gets as close as possible, I want you to round that back and come back up. You can get a little arch here in the back. Reach up, 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 up. Arch that back. Go as far forward as possible. Once you get to your fullest range of motion, I want you to curve that body back. Find these waves, nice and slow. So number 3, we're gonna do 2 more. You can do these at your own pace, but I want them nice, ooey gooey, slow and controlled. Last one. All the way down. I want you to come back up and then do it one last time like you're gonna do another one, but we're gonna stop at the bottom. I'm gonna reach my arms forward, grab that foot if you can, and relax onto that leg. Tighten that quad, see if it helps find a deeper stretch. If you need to flex your leg to feel more. Flex foot is always more intense. I instantly start shaking, if you can see that. I am shaking like a mother bear. Point. Deep breath. And plant your hands and come back up to the center. I'm gonna rotate to the other side and do those snakes again. Remember, flat back. Slow, 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 as deep as you can. Once you hit your max, you're gonna tuck your head and curve that back and roll on up. Once you get to the top, you're gonna arch back, think up, 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 coming to that leg. You can do 5. Up, up, up. Slow and controlled. Feet up, reach with your body. Deepest range of motion. Tuck and curve. Back. One more. Over. Full. Pretend like you're gonna do another one. So reach up, 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 up. Reach as far as you can. Lay down on that leg. You get that stretch. Again, try flexing your foot. See what that does for you. If it's too intense, back it off. Think about contracting that quad. Finding that active flexibility. Take a deep breath. And plant your hands, arch back up. From here we're going to reach to the side. If you need more, that bottom arm is going to go underneath. And see if you can grab that foot. Think about rotating and looking up to the ceiling as much as possible. And rainbow up to the other side. Line that first, and if you need more, move that one out of the way. I like to close my eyes. It helps me relax a little bit more. You're not keeping that opposite hip on the floor. Rainbow up. Find center. Now I want you to think about, what's the word? You know, this action, circle. We're gonna circle, so you're gonna move towards one leg, go towards center, and to the other one. And we're just going to rotate through the middle for a little bit, kind of warm up those inner hips as we go forward. As you get more space, go ahead and go deeper into it. This is more dynamic stretching rather than static. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more. Okay, from here, I want you to think about keeping that pelvis tilted forward. Your back is arched as possible. I want you to lean forward. If this is too far, bring the ground up to you with the yoga block. Go and relax onto it. We are gonna hold this for a little bit. Not too long. If you want to rock side to side, feel free. That's just gonna move the stretch. And when you get more space within the stretch, go ahead and remove a block and come farther to the ground. You're not helping. You're not helping. Okay, move please. You gotta move. Thanks, big boy. Alright, go ahead and allow your body to bend forward. If your back is a little bit curved, that's okay. Again, if you are up here, that's okay. This is a deep stretch. It is a big alarm system in the body to really open up this area here. And so just deep breaths, relax into it as much as possible. Find your deepest range of motion without pushing too much. Go ahead and walk yourself slowly back up. We're going to tuck that hip forward as you bring your legs together. This is usually really tight for me and a little bit harder to move. We're just gonna sit here and shake our legs. Shake them as much as possible. It's gonna help relax those hips. Beautiful. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're going to bring your feet together, bottoms of the feet together, and you're gonna sit in your butterfly pose. If this is too much, yoga blocks will help support those to get that out of your knee and really feel that stretch in there. What we're gonna do is you're gonna take one hand, place it to the side, and we're gonna get that side stretch. Up and over. I'm gonna hold it for a few seconds. Up and over. Think about really elongating that body to the side. And once you get to your deepest range, push and rainbow to the other side. If you want more, you can go farther out. You can put your elbow on the ground. If you are just right here with your hand on the ground, that is totally fine. Just find your deepest range of motion. Come to center. We're going to grab our ankles. Your elbows are going to push on your knees and push them down. Just find that force there without putting too much pressure. Listen to your body. If it's too much, pull it back. Okay, from here, we're going to do our snakes. So you're going to tuck your head and you're going to bring it as close to your body as possible. Once you get to your deepest, I want you to lift your head, straighten that back. Yeah, we'll pull you up and come all the way back up to center. So we're going to tuck backwards, tuck that head, dive, dive, dive. Once you get to your deepest, lift your head and slowly come back up. We're going to do 3 more. Tuck, dive, lift, arch, tuck, dive, lift, arch. 1 more, tuck, dive, lift, up. So now we're going to reverse it. You're going to go forward, flat back. Once you get to the farthest, you're going to curve everything, tuck everything, and bring it back. Straight, arch forward, tuck, bring it back. Straight, arch forward, tuck, back. One more. Straight forward, cut, bring it back. From here, I just want you to move forward and kind of relax over your legs. Again, if this is too much, bring in the yoga block, bring in a book. Find that place where you can kind of just sit here and relax and feel comfortable. This is not about how deep you can go about a flat back. This is just a relaxing state. I'm going to take a deep breath here. Place your nose on the floor, push up. You're going to straighten your legs forward. We're going to shake them out again. Just let that meat wiggle on your bones. Relax into it. Here we're going to move to a tabletop. We're going to do cat-cow, and then we're going to do cat-cow circles. And we're almost done, you guys. You guys are doing great. I'm very, very happy with this. Okay, once you're ready, you can either move to the side, you can bend your legs, whatever you want to do to get your tabletop. I want you to think about keeping those abs tight and engaged, because that's going to help protect your back as we move through these. Your wrists are right underneath your shoulders, your knees are right underneath your hips, and what you're going to do is you're going to arch your back, pushing that tummy to the floor, keeping that tummy sucked in towards your back, even though you're arching forward. And then you're gonna lift your head, look towards the ceiling, find your stretch there. And then you're going to reverse, so you're gonna tuck, 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 tuck. Head tucks down and find your deepest cat pose. As you get to each position, you can rotate, kind of move through it. So move back to cow. And from here, I'm going to kind of rotate hip to shoulder. See if that moves the stretch. See if you can get deeper into it. Take a deep breath here, and then we're going to rotate back or switch back to cat. Hip to shoulder, see if that rotates through the stretch, moves it to a nicer spot. Back to cow. Rock forward and back. So moving those shoulders over those wrists more and back. Come back to center. Switch back to cat. We're gonna rock again. So shoulders over your wrists more, back to your hips. Keeping as high into the back as possible. Come back to center. Relax back. We're going to sit back under our feet. Head to the floor. Sit in your child's pose for a moment. Take a deep breath. You'll be pushing back forward to tabletop. We're now going to do circles in the cat-cow. So you're going to go down to your cow, and then you're going to push your body to the side and finding that side stretch, pushing up to cat, pushing to the other side, and back down to cow. This is really ooey gooey. Move nice and slow. Your body is surrounded by caramel. We're going to do that 3 times, so this is the last one. Once you find your way back to cow, switch directions. Now push to the other side, up to cat, other side, down to cow. 2 more. Beautiful. Once you find your way back to cow after your 3rd one, come back to center. And we're going to push one leg forward, tucking it under and finding your pigeon pose. You want your weight to be evenly distributed. So if you need a block, feel free. You can stick it under your hip to keep you on top. whatever you need for this pose. Go ahead and rock through it, pushing one hip to the floor more, pushing the other hip to the floor, seeing if there's a spot that feels extra tight that you want to hit. We'll go and relax down on top of that front leg. We're going to sit here for a moment, take a deep breath, adjust your body as it needs. Continue rocking, finding that tightness, sitting into it, breathing into it until it relaxes. We're going to lift up. We're going to reach the same arm to the back leg. This is where I sit off to the side, so I'm going to bring that block underneath that hip so that I stay right up on top of myself. I'm going to pull that leg down as much as possible. This is as far as you go, great. If you need more, pull it further, and then if you need extra, you can rotate that hand so the fingers face you and push down. A nice quad stretch. Release that leg, nice, slow and control. You don't want to just fling down. Find your pigeon again. See how high you can sit your torso on top of your hips. Blocks can help push you back into it. Get those blocks to the side. I'm going to place my hands in front of me, swinging that back leg together. I'm going to keep my knees wide, my feet together, let my torso come in between my legs as I sit in child pose. Relax as we prep for the other side. You guys got this. We're doing great. All right, going to come back up to tabletop. Remember which leg you did and do the opposite. So bring that opposite leg to the front, to the pigeon. Be as on top of your hips as possible. Make sure that the weight is even. I'm going to prep this because I know I'll need it. We're just going to rock in this pigeon. See if there's a tender area, a tight area. Breathe into it. We're going to relax on top of that front leg. I'm continuing to rock side to side. See if there's a spot that needs a little bit more. Like right there. Other side. Place your hands on the floor, come up to sitting. I'm going to place this block underneath this hip to keep me on top. As I rotate towards that back leg with the same arm, grabbing that foot. Again, if you're here, great, you're doing wonderful. If you need more, pull that foot towards you as close as possible. If you need even more, rotate that hand. Oop. Rotate that hand so your fingers face you and push it down. Slow and controlled. I don't want it clinging to the floor. Come back to the front. You need your yoga blocks to help push you up higher. Push against the floor and get that torso on top of those hips. I'm going to bring that leg backwards. Knees wide, feet together. Relax that torso in front, head to the floor. Relax that child's pose. Go and sit on up. If you need to stretch anything else, feel free. You should be nice and warm and ooey gooey. This is up to you. Listen to your body. Do not overdo it. Good job. And this was my first recording of a stretch routine, and I'm super excited, super proud of myself. We will be continuing forward. If you would like to support, please subscribe. Comment below what you want. If you want short little boot stretch sessions, you want to focus on a certain flexibility skill, if you're looking to strengthen within your flexibility, that is something that I'm heavily going to focus on because it is very important. But I'm super excited for this journey. Thank you for following along today. Do this whenever you want, and we will continue forward. Did we do good, Phil Bear? Did we do a good job? Yeah, I think we did a good job. We did. We did it. We did it, you guys. I think we did it. Did you find a toy? Yeah. Alright, well, we'll see you next time. Happy stretching. And again, thanks so much. I appreciate your support. Subscribe, comment, like, share. We're going to do some amazing things this year. Goodbye.